Hi everyone, in this video we are going to apply Urban Decay's new Aphrodisiac eyeshadow palette. I will also show you live swatches in the video too, but the beginning of this video is going to be me creating this eye look by using and applying these shades. I will give you my impressions and a review of the quality of the shadows also. Please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and check out my latest videos if you haven't already. Make sure you check out the video to win some Juvia's Place blush palettes. I will link that video in the upper right hand corner, or I guess on your screen it might be, yeah, on your screen it should be on the right hand corner for you to check out that video if you want to enter that giveaway. You do need to be subscribed to the channel in order to be eligible. Check the links in the description box below to see where you can purchase this palette, a link to the blog sale, and a link to Ebates so you can get cash back on any online purchase that you make. All right, without further delay, let's get looking into the Urban Decay Aphrodisiac palette. The foundation I am wearing is NYX's new Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation and the primer. So there is a dedicated video where I apply this and I test it out throughout the day. So if you are interested in this new foundation, make sure you go check out that video too. So Urban Decay's description of this palette is that it is filled with rose gold dimensional colors for a sultry smoky eye look. It has 6 seductive shadows featuring shimmering metallics, deep plums, and the warmest nudes. It's an ambrosial mix of mattes and shimmers that creates irresistible chemistry. Ultra compact, the slim palette tucks into any bag so you can take your aphrodisiac on the go. There is serious staying power and shadow that doesn't flake or fade out on you. Every shade in aphrodisiac is made from Urban Decay's mind-blowing formula that gives each shade its velvety texture, blendability, and rich color that lasts. Urban Decay is cruelty-free. So on Ulta and every other place you can buy this palette, including Urban Decay's own website, this palette retails for $29. All right, let's get applying these shadows and see how they perform. So I have already applied my foundation and under eye concealer. As for the eye look, we are going to start with the leftmost shade, which is Sheets here. This says it's a warm nude matte, and we're just gonna apply that all over the lid. As a base, I have also already applied eyeshadow primer. Next, with a fluffy brush, we're going to go into Beyond, which is a matte terracotta shade. That's going to go into the crease. Whoa, yeah. Super buttery. Great color there. I'm just going to buff and blend this out. All right, then with a flat shader brush, we're going to go into Addict, which is a shimmering deep magenta shade. And we're going to put that all over the lid. Wow, beautiful. Again, very pigmented, creamy formula that really just applies effortlessly over the lids. So I blended the shade to blend with the crease and to re-emphasize the lid shade and make it really opaque. We're going to go back in and just tap a little more onto just the lid space. Yeah, that is a beautiful color in that palette. And then just on the center of the lid, we're going to put Night Fever on with a very small flat synthetic brush. And I'm going to foil this shade because it's pretty glittery. So I'm picking it up with the brush, and then I'm going to spritz the brush to make it damp. And this shade is a soft metallic rose gold. I guess I'll put it in the center and the inner third. So it's covering about 2/3 of the lid. On top of the purple shade, this is just kind of giving a glittery effect. It's not really changing the color too much. It's a little softer once I build it up. It's not so purple, but that purple underneath is pretty much dominating. And then with a smaller crease brush to emphasize the outer V and a little bit into the crease, we're going to use the darkest matte shade called Whiplash. This is a reddish brown matte shade. And finally, for the lower lash line, we're going to use the shade Glare. This is a metallic or shimmering brown with gold. I'm picking it up with a pointed, narrow brush. And again, I'm going to spritz my brush and then apply it to the lower lash line. Okay, so here is the completed eye look before applying liner or mascara. All right, so there is the completed look with liner and mascara and the rest of my face done. I will say I am pleasantly surprised by this palette. I was not expecting to really be that into it, be impressed by the formula, but all of the shades apply really beautifully. There is some fallout in particular with the shades Night Fever and Glare. Even though I foiled them, I still do have tiny little specks underneath the eye area and the upper cheek area and around the nose that it's very hard to remove. You can't really see it until you look up close, but I will note that in terms of what you should be thinking about when you use this palette. But overall, the shades are good in color, good in quality. They blended out really nicely. They packed on very nicely. I actually went back on the Night Fever shade, the one that I foiled in the inner third of the eye, and tapped more on with my finger. It worked well that way too. So this palette, if you are into those really warm purplish tones, then this is a great palette for you. I will also say that it is wonderfully packaged, not only in design, but in size. It's very convenient to take around. It has its own mirror in the lid, so that will also add to the convenience of using this on the go if you would like something to take with you. So overall, I am very pleasantly surprised by this, and I think it's a very good quality palette. I feel like lately Urban Decay has not been as popular because they've sort of faltered in the things that they have been releasing, but that said, I think that this is one of their more impressive items that they have released lately. So please let me know in the comment section below what you think of this look, what you think of the palette in general if you have tried it, or if you haven't, what you think in terms of how they have swatched and applied. I hope that this video was helpful to you if you were interested in maybe picking this palette up. As always, thank you for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next video.